All right, guys, so it is May 28th. We are out here in Western Maryland. All these guys are YouTubers. We got Herping, Pennsylvania, Double O, Herping and Fishing Maryland, Southern Maryland Herping, and MDDE Herping. I'll tag all their channels in the description of this video. But first rock of the day produced this mountain earth snake. This is awesome. If you guys watched my last video, I found 2 of these guys just yesterday. So I've seen 3 in the last 2 days, which is incredible. That is really cool. These are a state endangered subspecies of the smooth earth snake. And this guy is just a baby. He is tiny. But that is amazing to see 3 in the last 2 days, which is really cool. I don't even think I told you guys in my last video, I've only ever seen 1 smooth earth snake before, so I've officially seen more mountain earth snakes than I actually have the smooth earth snakes, which is crazy. So really cool. Gonna take a photo in hand, and we're just gonna put this guy right back underneath his rock. All right, so while I was filming that mountain earth, these guys found a really small northern red-bellied snake. That's really cool. This one's got a much better belly than the one I showed you in my last video, but he isn't shed. I don't know how well you guys can see, but his eye is definitely glassed over a little bit. That's really cool. Love these species. Only second one of the year, which is awesome. But I'm just gonna take a photo in hand and then just release them right back underneath this rock. All right, so here's the next species of the day. This is a really pretty garter snake. Real nice yellow underneath its head and on the sides there. Really cool. And there goes a little ringneck that we also caught. Cool. So I'm up to currently 4 species of snakes for the day. These guys, I think, had a milk snake before we met up today. So I think they were up to 5. But really cool, really pretty garter. Just gonna let them go underneath this rock, and we're gonna keep on working this power line cut and see what else we can find. All right, so the next snake is another ringneck, but this guy is really pretty belly on him. Nice orange, kind of yellowish toward the front, turns a lot more oranger toward the back. Really cool. These guys are super common, but one of the prettier species around here. They're just kind of cursed with that, the common curse. You can just kind of look over these guys a lot of the time, but certainly really cool species of snake. But just gonna take a photo, gonna release them back underneath this rock. All right, so next snake of the day is a really cool looking red-bellied snake. This guy doesn't have a lot of pattern. Yes. But really nice belly. Awesome. They just call it smooth green, so I'll show you that next.
Sorry,
but
interrupt your audio.
Okay. If my camera focuses, there we go. That's a nice belly on this guy. Really cool. I love them how they have so much variation on the back pattern of these guys, but this one's just brown. My favorites are usually when they have the gray sides and the black back. But really cool. Just gonna take a photo and release them back underneath this rock. All right, so next species of the day is a great species. I don't think I've seen one of these in 2 years, so this is awesome for me to finally get to see one after this long. But this is a smooth green snake, just flipped underneath the rock. Really cool. I love these guys, and you don't see them all that common up here, even though this is probably the best place. This county is definitely the best place in all of Maryland to find this species. But super cool snakes. Definitely gonna take a photo of this guy, and then we will just release him right back where we found him. All right, guys, so here's one last look at this green snake before we let it go. Really cool species. Glad we finally got to see one. And the weather conditions today are not very good, but we are finding a lot of snakes and a lot of species. So hopefully that luck keeps running for us. And hopefully we find a couple more species today. All right, guys, so the next snake of the day is this gorgeous, most likely Gravid, smooth green snake that Roy flipped. This girl is amazing looking. This might be the biggest smooth green I've ever seen before. Definitely the chunkiest, but there's reference to my hand. That's a big smooth green. That is really cool. And look how chunky she is. That is awesome to see. It's crazy that we are finding snakes today. I really didn't have high expectations for today, but it is turning out to be one of the better days of snake hunting I've ever had in this county before. That is really cool. Well, I'm gonna take a photo in hand real quick and release this girl right back underneath a rock. So as I was filming that smooth green snake, these guys found a really gorgeous northern red-bellied snake. Look at that belly. This is definitely the nicest one of the year so far for me. Really cool snakes. Love these guys. Glad they're out today. Definitely don't get to see these enough, but really cool species. Definitely gonna might try to pose this guy real quick for a photo and maybe try to get that belly in a photo. But after that, I'll just let him go back underneath his rock, and we're gonna keep on herping today, and hopefully we get finding some more. All right, guys, so next flips of the day. Two big eastern milks. Look at these guys. This one in the front is huge. I'm assuming this is probably a breeding pair, probably a Gravid female here. What is this one doing? It's trying to go down my sleeve. But really pretty snakes and really big. Love their bellies. That checkered pattern, so unique. But this is really cool. We're gonna try to pose them real quick and try to get some still shots of these guys. But really cool. So after we're done with photos, we're just gonna let them go right back underneath their rocks. All right, so here's a better look at these milk snakes while they're standing still, out of hand. Really pretty. This female is gorgeous. So is this. I'm assuming this one's a male. But really cool snakes.
And those little fake head bluffs.
Yeah, look at that face on this girl. That is really cool. Next snake of the day is this really pretty looking garter snake. Kind of unique. He's got a really nice black patch right behind the head. Cool. So just gonna take a photo and release this guy underneath his rock. All right, so we switched locations. For three of these guys, they needed a queen snake as a lifer. So took them to the exact same spot where I caught the queen in my last video. And first rock that we flipped was this queen, right next to where I caught the other one. This one's definitely different, much smaller. Kind of has a pretty belly, but not as pretty as the last one I caught. The last one had nice orange, but cool. Love these snakes. Really glad that I found a reliable, another reliable location for the species in my county. But really cool. Just gonna take a photo in hand, and then we're just gonna let this queen go. All right, so the next snake is another queen snake, much bigger one too. Really pretty belly on this one. I don't think this is the one that I caught in my last video, just because it's a little bit away from where I caught the other one. But really pretty snake, just out basking, which is nice. The sun peeked out for like a minute or two, and maybe that's what got this, I'm assuming, girl to crawl out from underneath her rock. But really cool. Gonna take a photo or two more of her just in my hand, and then I'm just gonna leave her go right where I found her. All right, so new species for the day, which I think is snake species number 8, which is awesome. This is a northern water snake. I just saw dip into the water real quick, so I was able to grab them. But really pretty one too. Just love their bellies. I know I say that probably every single video. I just think their bellies are so cool. Just a lot going on, a lot of pattern, but pretty cool. This one actually calmed down relatively fast. He's a little feisty at the beginning, but relatively calm for a water snake. But really cool. Just gonna take a photo in hand and release him right where I found him. All right, so we switched locations again, and first snake for this new spot. We really didn't make it far. Cars are right there, and Steven just found this eastern milk snake out basking, which is really cool. Interesting that they're basking. It's not even sunny right now, but like I mentioned with the queens, we had a short spree of a little bit of sunny. Might have brought some of the snakes out on the crawl, but really pretty milk. Just gonna take a photo in hand and release them right where we found them. All right, guys, NC2 timber rattlesnake. That is awesome. We're not even to the, we're working our way up this hill to a den site. And when it's not, ooh. Shit. Weren't even expecting to see a timber down this far away from the den site. But there he is, gorgeous one too. Now we're gonna be a little bit more scared walking up this grassy hillside to the top.
It's dark.
That is so cool. Well, I'm gonna let these guys get in here so they can get a better view.
Be careful, guys.
All right, so third smooth green snake of the day, and this one is tiny and adorable. That is really cool. Seen 3 today, and I haven't even seen one in 2 years, I think. That is awesome. Really cool. Just gonna take a photo of this little guy and release him underneath this rock. All right, next snake is another feisty eastern garter snake in the shed. You can see that blue eye he has. Cool. He's not as pretty as some of the other ones we've seen today, but still really cool snake. Just found him underneath this rock, so we will let him go. There you go, buddy. Next snake is this milk snake. It's got something funky going on around its eye. Got some orange stuff. It's kind of caked over its eyeball itself. So this one looks completely fine. It's just on that one side of the face. And it's kind of oranges. And he's in shed, so hopefully that comes off with the shed. I wonder, I don't know what these guys eat, but I've been wondering maybe if that is like hardened slime from like a slug or a snail he might have eaten. That's kind of just caked over him. But it doesn't quite look like a disease to me, so I think he's fine. But just gonna take a photo of this guy and let him go underneath his rock. Next snake of the day is this gorgeous little eastern milk. This guy is red for around here. Usually they don't get this red, but this one is probably really recently born. That is really cool. Just gonna take another photo in my hand and we're gonna let this guy go. Next snake of the day, right after we let that milk go, this guy was on the crawl, which is odd for a red-bellied snake. That is cool. Not as pretty on the belly, just kind of like a pinkish. He's probably going into a shed here soon. But really cool. Seen a couple of these guys today, which is awesome. Definitely not the most common species in this county. But just gonna take one more photo and I will let this guy go. So next find of the day is another little, really colorful eastern milk snake. That is really cool. I think the guys are up to 8 of these guys today. I think this is only 6 for me. They had 2 before they met up with me. That's really cool. They're targeting double digits in milks, which is actually a really big accomplishment if you can find double digits in milks in one day in this area. That's cool. Really pretty one. I'm just going to take a photo and let her go. So we got smooth green snake number 4 for the day. This one's really pretty too, pretty chunky too. I bet you this one is also a female, like the one we had earlier in the day. Really cool. This one was just out on the crawl and Steven ended up seeing it and grabbing it. Really cool snakes. Definitely to see 4 today when I'm lucky to just see 1 in this county per year. Super cool. Just gonna take another photo and we're gonna release this snake exactly where we found it. Next snake of the day is this really big, pretty eastern garter. Really cool. Biggest one of the day. Out on the crawl. Ooh, strikey. He's a feisty, or she's a feisty girl. I'm assuming it's a female. Really cool. Love these snakes. Definitely when they get big like this. Don't really get to see a lot of big females crawling around. So, really cool. Just gonna take another photo and release it where we found her. All right, guys. So here's the next milk of the day, which makes 10 for the other guys. Really pretty one too. That's really cool. Well, I'm gonna snap a photo and back away so these other guys can get a look at it. Well guys, I'm at a new location by myself. I split off from those other guys. They're heading east and I was heading west, back towards my house. But decided to try one more spot for my 10th species of snake for the day. And here it is. Big gray rat snake, which is awesome. Up where I am, you can pretty confidently say that these guys are the gray rats, since we're high up in the mountains. This guy's got a lot of nice pattern on him too. That is really cool. He's got an injury to him right there. I wonder what did that. That's cool. This is exactly why I went here, was in hopes of seeing this gray rat. That is really cool. Ooh, don't be aggressive. Very aggressive. Man, look at the pattern on this guy. That is really cool. He's giving me that tail rattle. Nice. That is awesome. I don't think I've ever seen 10 species of snake in my county before in one single day. It's an incredible day. Definitely for how bad the weather was this morning. That is cool. Well, I'm gonna get some photos of this guy as he's posing up for me like this, and I will just let him on his way. All right, so this is my last stop of the day before I head home, but decided to go to my parents' house to try to get DeKay's brown snake, which we got to. I think there might have been one more underneath some rocks, but that one got away. But really cool. Up to, this is my 11th species of snake in the county today, and there's only 14 species of snake in this county. So that is incredible. Probably, I would venture to say, might be the first person to ever see this many species in one single day. That is really cool. I'm gonna take a couple photos of these two and just let them go underneath the rocks. All right, so the next flips of the day, there's 3 ringnecks. There was a 4th one. Really nice looking red belly and a nice looking garter. That is really cool. Get these guys out of the way. But look at that red belly. That is too cool. I think I've up to, 5 maybe today. Kind of lost count. That is really cool. Definitely gonna take a couple photos of this guy and let him go. All right, guys, so just made it home. What an amazing day. I think it was said 11 species of snake today out of 14 possible species that I can get in this county, which is insane to see that big of a percentage of the species that you can possibly find. But some really cool species, but a really good day. But I think this will be the end of the video. So thank you guys for watching. Also make sure you check out the other guys' YouTube channels. I'll have the links to all their channels in the description. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.